right, next I'd like to bring up Dermot O'Connell. He's the Director of Strategic Affairs for Tesla Motors. Tesla is a California-based company that's actually building pure electric cars today. I have to say, as a girl that appreciates torque and horsepower more than most guys I know, that is a wicked fun electric car to drive, and certainly providing a solution that CARB doesn't even think is possible sooner than they ever expected.
Thanks, Chelsea. It's really exciting to be here today with you folks for the purpose that we're going to be here tomorrow, and with as many cars as we have here today and tomorrow. Over on the Capitol, you'll notice we've got 4 cars later. We're giving rides to folks, and I think that's notable, a notable reputation, a model of what CARB is really driving toward, considering the recommendations they're making tomorrow. It's also a great honor to be speaking after an eminent national security expert such as Jim Woolsey. I too came to this project, to Tesla Motors, from the perspective of national security, and it is really one of the most compelling national imperatives that we have. When I first heard about Tesla Motors almost 2 years ago, my reaction was immediate and visceral. Here was the perfect conception of how the power of technology innovation, embodied in the DNA of Silicon Valley, can be leveraged to address the twin crises of global warming and our crippling dependence on foreign oil. Not only was the technology exciting, but so too was the business model, believe it or not. The idea being to reintroduce the electric vehicle in a compelling package that in its performance, its efficiency, and its beautiful design created an immediate and compelling value proposition for its intended customers. Further, Tesla's classic technology introduction strategy made perfect sense. Introduce the new product at the high and narrow end of the market, and in so doing set the table for lower cost, higher utility models, such as sedans and more compact sports sedans. The Roadster in many ways is the automotive equivalent of the $2,000 cell phone of the mid-1980s, and that's a model that we intend to pursue. And the Tesla Roadster, as many of you know, has been an amazing success to date. Even before the car went into regular production, which I'm happy to note, last week, the Roadster has been an amazing commercial hit, with the first model year sold out and deposits taken for more than 1,000 cars overall. Perhaps more importantly, it served as a catalyst for Detroit and several foreign manufacturers to rethink their prior decisions to abandon the electric vehicle. GM's Bob Lutz, of all people, himself has publicly credited the introduction of the Roadster with spurring his effort to launch the Chevy Volt. And in just the past month, Nissan and Mitsubishi have both announced substantial plans to deliver EVs to the U.S. market by 2010. So you can imagine how surprised we were to read the ARB staff assertion that no manufacturer would deliver a full performance battery electric vehicle before 2012. Really? We've been driving Roadsters around the Bay Area and occasionally through Sacramento and Washington, D.C. since July of 2006, and it's not as though the national press hasn't noticed. The great danger here is that upon this faulty premise has been built a set of recommendations that will come before the board tomorrow. If adopted, they will once again marginalize the effort to commercialize electric vehicles in preference for competitive technologies that have 1/10 the commercial promise of the Tesla Roadster, not to mention the infrastructure impediments, much less the sedan that Tesla will be offering in 2010. At a time when the ARB is uniquely positioned to accelerate the introduction of pure ZEVs and increase the minimums required of manufacturers, they propose instead to effectively lower the minimums from 25,000 vehicles to 2,500 vehicles in Phase 3, the period from 2012 to 2014. One might ask, upon what justification? The large manufacturers please that it's too hard? We know it's hard. And yet, tiny and under-resourced as we are, we've already done it. In the last several weeks, we've been meeting, as probably many of you have, with ARB staff and key board members to let them know just how achievable even the current mandate minimums are. Under the current mandate minimums, in Phase 2, from 2009 to 2011, with Roadster sales alone, Tesla could easily deliver all of the 2,500 pure ZEVs required of the entire industry. Moreover, when we deliver our first sedan to market on schedule in 2010, as we are committed to doing, the combined sales of Tesla Roadsters and sedans are likely to eclipse the current Phase 3 minimum of 25,000 vehicles. The board must unequivocally reject the staff proposal to lower the minimums and instead direct staff to explore how the minimums can be raised twofold or perhaps even threefold in Phase 3. Given the state of our technology and the events in the world, there couldn't be a more compelling opportunity for bold and decisive action. All the lofty aspirations of the original mandate are now finally emerging from R&D and entering the commercial marketplace. There could not be a better time for the board to step on the accelerator, or a worse time for them to put on the brakes. Thank you very much for your time.